Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a deep dive into one of the most respected names in Japanese watchmaking, Citizen. From solar-powered divers to Swiss rivaling mechanicals, Citizen has built a catalog that covers almost every category of watch collecting, and the best part is that extraordinary value runs through almost everything they make. Whether you're a devoted Citizen fan or discovering the brand for the very first time, this list has something for you. 10 watches that prove Citizen is one of the most consistently impressive manufacturers in the world, regardless of price. Let's get into it. Number 10, Citizen Attesa BY0760L. The Citizen Attesa BY0760L is arguably the most technically sophisticated watch on this entire list, and it earns its place by showcasing exactly what Citizen is capable of at the pinnacle of its craft. This is a limited edition piece, just 1,700 examples worldwide, built on the prestigious H874 Eco-Drive movement with Citizen's extraordinary Luna program, the world's first fully automatic analog moon phase function for a light-powered wristwatch. The moon age is calculated entirely automatically, no manual corrections needed. The 41.5mm case is crafted from super titanium with a stunning dual-tone treatment in platinum DLC and black DLC, and the dial is nothing short of breathtaking, a deep, dark blue starry sky and silver glitter with a luminous golden moon sitting at the 6 o'clock position. Atomic timekeeping via the H874 movement keeps everything precisely synchronized, and the power reserve stretches to an extraordinary 2.5 years once fully charged. This is Citizen at the absolute peak of its innovation, a collector's piece that demonstrates just how far ahead of the curve Citizen's engineering truly is. The Citizen Attesa BY0760L retailed for approximately $1,150 USD. Number 9, Citizen Eco-Drive Promaster Professional Diver BJ8050-08E. The Citizen Eco-Drive Promaster Professional Diver BJ8050-08E, better known in the watch community as the Ecozilla, is one of the most fearsome-looking dive watches ever made, and it wears that title with complete justification. This is not a fashion dive watch. This is a genuine professional mixed gas diver built to ISO standards with a massive 48mm stainless steel case, a 6mm curved anti-reflective mineral crystal, a ratcheted elapsed time bezel, a screw-down crown, and a reinforced urethane band that even comes with a wetsuit extender for serious underwater use. The caliber B873 Eco-Drive movement inside never needs a battery. Powered by any light source, it keeps on running. Water resistance is rated to 300 meters. The Ecozilla is a watch that has been worn hard by real divers for decades and has never let them down. Owners describe it as built like a tank, and given its track record of surviving motorcycle wrecks, fire, and everything else life throws at it, that reputation is entirely earned. If you want the ultimate Citizen dive statement, the BJ8050-08E is it. The Citizen Eco-Drive Promaster Professional Diver BJ8050-08E retails for approximately $595 USD. Number 8. Citizen Promaster Mechanical Diver NY0400. The Citizen Promaster Mechanical Diver NY0040 is a cult classic, one of those watches that has endured for decades simply because it is so good at being exactly what it claims to be. Launched into production in the mid-1990s, the NY04E carries a remarkable piece of history. A modified version of this watch was adopted by the Italian Navy's Marina Militare, worn by military divers in real operational conditions. That heritage alone gives the NY04E a credibility that money cannot buy. Inside beats the caliber 8204 automatic movement with hacking and hand-winding capabilities. The 42mm stainless steel case is robust, the unidirectional bezel is smooth and confident, and at 200 meters of water resistance with a crown positioned at the 8 o'clock position to prevent accidental operation, this is a thoughtfully designed professional tool watch. The strap even features no decompression limits printed directly on it for diver reference. At its price point, the NY040 is one of the best mechanical dive watches available from any manufacturer anywhere in the world. The Citizen Promaster Mechanical Diver NY040 retails for approximately $200, $250 USD. Number 7. Citizen Eco Drive Promaster C BN01151009L. The Citizen Eco Drive Promaster C BN015109L is the watch that earns the title of Best Entry-Level Diver's Watch on the market, and the competition is fierce. This ISO 6425 certified dive watch offers 200 meters of water resistance, a unidirectional stainless steel bezel that meets strict underwater rotation requirements, a screw-down crown, and luminous hands and markers that show up clearly in any light condition. The Caliber E168 Eco Drive movement inside is powered by any light source and never needs a battery, making this already incredibly low-maintenance watch even more so. At just 12 millimeters thick, it has a remarkably slim profile for a diver, and the 44mm case wears smaller than its measurements suggest thanks to well-designed short lugs. Available in striking blue or classic black, the BN015109L is one of the top-selling Citizen watches on the market for very good reason. This is the gateway dive watch, the one that gets people into the hobby and keeps them coming back to Citizen. The Citizen Eco Drive Promaster C BN015109L retails for approximately $200, $250 USD. Number 6. Citizen Promaster Nighthawk CB3000-59E. The Citizen Promaster Nighthawk CB3000-59E represents Citizen's Promaster skyline at its most feature-packed and capable, a true pilot's companion with eco-drive solar power, radio-controlled atomic timekeeping, and a dial dense with the kind of aviation-focused information that serious users actually need. Atomic timekeeping means this watch synchronizes to radio signals from atomic clocks worldwide, keeping it accurate to an extraordinary degree without any intervention from the wearer. A pilot's rotating slide rule bezel allows for in-flight calculations directly on the wrist, while the dual time zone display, perpetual calendar, and power reserve indicator add up to one of the most fully featured pilot watches available at this price. The distinctive cockpit-inspired dial with its layered information and high-contrast layout is bold and polarizing. You either love the complexity or you don't, but for those who appreciate what they're looking at, there is nothing quite like it. This is eco-drive technology paired with Citizen's best atomic radio wave engineering in one package built for the sky. The Citizen Promaster Nighthawk CB3059E retails for approximately $450 to $550 USD. Number 5. Citizen Eco Drive Chandler AW013086X. The Citizen Eco Drive Chandler AW013086X, also known in the Zenshin series, is proof that Citizen can produce a sleek, modern integrated bracelet watch that competes with designs costing significantly more. The 39mm Super Titanium case and matching integrated bracelet are the headline here. Super Titanium is 5 times harder than stainless steel and 40% lighter, meaning this watch sits on the wrist with a feather-light elegance that quickly becomes addictive. The textured black dial is accented by a contrasting minute ring and silver tone details, with a day-date window at 3 o'clock adding everyday utility. Sapphire crystal protects the dial. The Caliber J800 Eco Drive movement powers the whole package with up to 8 months of reserve charge once fully energized. At 100 meters of water resistance, this is not a dive watch. It is a refined everyday companion, the kind of watch that looks equally at home in a business meeting or a weekend brunch. At its price, the integrated Super Titanium bracelet alone makes this watch exceptional value. The Citizen Eco Drive Chandler AW013086X retails for approximately $325 to $395 USD. Number 4, Citizen Promaster Skyhawk AT JY807802L. The Citizen Promaster Skyhawk AT JY807802L is one of the most feature-dense watches on the market at any price. A genuine tour de force of aviation horology from one of the few brands that can actually deliver this level of functionality affordably. Atomic timekeeping synchronized across 43 world cities ensures this watch is never wrong, no matter where in the world you are. The caliber U680 Eco Drive movement pairs that radio-controlled precision with a 100-second chronograph measuring up to 24 hours, a perpetual calendar, dual time zone display, 2 independent alarms, a 99-minute countdown timer, UTC display, digital backlight, and a pilot's rotating slide rule bezel. At 46 in sapphire crystal protected stainless steel with 200 meters of water resistance, the Skyhawk AT is a serious professional pilot's instrument that happens to cost a fraction of what Swiss equivalents demand. The Anadigi dial takes getting used to, but for those who master it, it is an extraordinarily capable wrist companion. The Citizen Promaster Skyhawk AT JY807802L retails for approximately $550–650 USD. Number 3, Citizen Series 8880 Mechanical NJ0181A. The Citizen Series 8880 Mechanical NJ0181A is where Citizen steps into territory, usually reserved for significantly more expensive Swiss and Japanese watches, and it does so with genuine authority. Named to commemorate Citizen's founding year of 1918, the Series 8 collection represents the brand's most ambitious mechanical watch program, and the 880 is one of its most refined expressions. The NJ features a slim, elegant, integrated bracelet design with immaculate alternating polished and satin-finished surfaces that show an obsessive level of attention to detail. Underneath a sapphire crystal, the dial is beautifully understated, clean, purposeful, and with just the right amount of refinement. The NH8000 automatic movement inside beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour for a beautifully smooth seconds hand sweep with a solid power reserve for everyday wear. What makes the Series 8 stand out from the competition is the case and bracelet finishing, the quality of the surface work, the articulated links, the considered proportions, all of which rival Swiss watches at 2 or 3 times the price. The Citizen Series 8880 Mechanical NJ0181A retails for approximately $550–650 USD. Number 2, Citizen Tsuyosa NJ0150C81E. The Citizen Tsuyosa NJ015081E might just be the best automatic watch under $300 in the entire market. A bold claim, but one that becomes increasingly hard to argue with the more you look at what this watch delivers. Launched in 2022, the Tsuyosa, meaning strength in Japanese, burst onto the scene with an integrated bracelet design, a 40mm polished stainless steel case, and a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment. Features usually reserved for watches at much higher price points. The Miyota Caliber 8210 automatic movement inside offers a 40-hour power reserve, hacking capability, and can be admired through the exhibition caseback. The black sunray dial of the NJ015081E has a depth and richness to it that looks far more expensive than it is, and the integrated bracelet sits on the wrist with a seamless comfort that had the watch community immediately talking about value. With 50 meters of water resistance, luminous hands and indices, and a micro-adjusting fold-over clasp, the Tsuyosa leaves almost nothing on the table. This is the watch that proves Citizen is thinking about mechanical watchmaking in a serious and exciting new way. The Citizen Tsuyosa NJ015081E retails for approximately $225–295 USD. Number 1, Citizen Promaster Diver BN015028E. The Citizen Promaster Diver BN015028 E takes the top spot on today's list, and it does so not by being the most spectacular watch in the lineup, but by being the most perfectly realized. This is a watch that has been doing one thing and doing it flawlessly since the Promaster name was established in 1985, giving the wearer a completely trustworthy, beautifully designed, solar-powered, ISO-certified dive watch that demands absolutely nothing in return. The 40mm stainless steel case wears smaller than its specs suggest, thanks to well-considered short lugs. The caliber E168 Eco Drive movement never needs a battery. Expose it to light and it runs. Water resistance is 200 meters. The unidirectional bezel, luminous hands, and markers, screw-down crown, and mineral crystal all perform exactly as promised every single time. What makes the BN15028E the #1 citizen is something harder to quantify. It is the watch that has introduced more people to quality watchmaking than almost any other timepiece at this price. It is the gateway. The daily beater that never lets you down, the watch you buy without overthinking it and wear for years without once regretting it. In a lineup of exceptional citizen watches, the Promaster Diver BN15028E is the one that earns its place at the top through sheer, relentless reliability and honest, brilliant value. The Citizen Promaster Diver BN150 retails for approximately $200, $250 USD.